Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, and today I'll be reading Muichiro Listener by me. So let's get into it. Muichiro and you were supposed to go out on a date today. And after going shopping with him, trying to find a fine dress for you, you wanted to try them all on. Yes, because Muichiro would never just let you get out with one dress. No, anything that caught your eye was something that he was going to get. Money was no matter for him to worry about. After all, being a husher for a couple of years, it paid him a lot. And what else did he have to spend his money on? But you and making you happy. And seeing you happy with the dresses he bought, and all the other things as well. It made it all the more worth it, and he did not regret it one bit. That's why when he went home, he patiently waited outside of your room, watching you as you would come out of your room like a fairy, dressed up in multiple dresses, each time with accessories to match, making one hell of a show for what you got you. You look wonderful, Mayan. Really, he would say shyly, blushing brightly, and you thought it was all so adorable, the way he would just get so shy at something so ordinary. It was weird to see someone like him at times. Someone who was so polite, despite the fact that you were already together for a couple of years now. And he was well into adulthood. And yet he never seemed to lose that shyness. Perhaps it was all too endearing now, because it never annoyed you. In fact, it only made you adore him more. And as the two of you sat down after a little bit, relaxed against each other's arms, while Muichiro gave you a soft kiss on the cheek, time had passed, and soon it was time for you to actually go to your date. So he had went off to his own room to change, and you had went in yours. You still had separate rooms, but mostly you slept in his room. You just had them for convenience. Regardless of that, it had taken you too long, and Muichiro just thought you were putting on accessories. So, that's why he ended up forgetting to knock and walked in on you. He froze for a moment, blushing brightly, as he saw you were still in the middle of putting on the dress. And you were frozen as well, blushing as you just tried to hide yourself, grabbing the rest of the dress and pushing it over you. Michiro, get out of the room, darling, you said, trying not to snap at him, because if you do, you know he'll feel so guilty, and he'll be so upset with himself, and he seriously does not have to be. It wasn't that big of a deal, and you certainly did not have to let him for it. So, after a moment of realization and him snapping back to senses, he nodded dumbly for a moment, then excused himself and went out, closing the door and standing away in shame. He was still blushing when you walked out of the room, and you only blushed brighter when he saw you looking at him. Wyan, I just. Come on, it's fine, he murmured softly, wrapping your arms around him and giving him a soft kiss. I'm not upset with you. You forgot to knock, right? And maybe I should have locked the door. Besides, it ain't nothing you haven't seen before, right? You say teasingly, laughing at him, and though he blushes at that, he nods, wrapping an arm around your waist and closing his eyes. He loves you, and he's happy that you are not going to snap at him for this. He never wants to make you sad or make you mad at him. If anything, he only wants to be the reason for your happiness. And that's why, when the two of you go out on a date, you find that the restaurant is empty. It's only the two of you. Your favorite song playing, as the two of you get up and dance until the food is served. You melt into his arms, and soon, as the night passes, you find yourself going back home, and with him holding you gently, you get into his bed as you always do, and he strokes your hair, looking at you with love and adoration in his eyes. Today was wonderful, Mayan. In fact, it was simply magical. You were magical, Mayan. Oh, I didn't know you were a poet, Muichiro. You say teasingly, but you can tell that you're quite tired from the events of the day. All the dancing, going out, shopping, and wearing all these clothes to show him. Well, he was tired too, but nothing could stop his heart and the way it beats for you. And as he held you and sat up, watching you as you fell asleep, he knew that he was very lucky. His life might have been harsh, and the reality of it was, but that didn't mean that you couldn't enjoy some finer things like having you. Like his days couldn't get better, because they did, and they often would with you around. You changed him, and you changed his life for the better, with every smile and every laugh, and every time he walked up by your side and saw your smile, saw you talking to him, making his mornings a little bit better, and his days even more. And at night, he could fall asleep in your arms and forget about all the things bothering him in the world. And as such, did so right now. He found himself melting into your arms, stroking your hair gently with his hand, and slowly as his eyes watched your peaceful face as you slept, he felt himself get enveloped in the arms of sleep as well. And ever so slowly, he started to fall asleep. The events of the day and the warmth of your arms slowly lulling him into it. Perhaps it was quite an eventful day, and it had some embarrassing moments as well. But he wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. That peaceful life with you, and the love that the two of you shared. It was everything that he had ever wanted, and everything you could ever hope for.